What's good, y'all? Listen, look, I'm mad I even gotta say this.
Why are we acting like this is not egregious? Get your fucking coat back.
There's nothing wrong with hate. You've got to hate some things with a passion. And destruction, they must dislike and hate with a passion.
Oh, hello. What a wonderful Friday it is it not? So good to be here. Shout out to everybody in chat. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. We on Friday, baby. We're at the end of the weekend. I hope we're going into this weekend with level heads, clear minds, and high spirits. Cause yeah, we about to get into some egregious things tonight. Egregious, outrageous, everything between. So, I'm sure by now everyone has heard that Charlie Kirk, the one and only, has passed. He has allegedly been assassinated. Okay, so we're going to get into that first and foremost. We're also going to get into a little bit of who Charlie was as a man. Because we don't like to make fun of the dead. We don't like to make light of death. However, we are going to be honest about who lived, who that person was, what he decided to do while he was here, what he decided to focus on, and where his priorities lied. And how that kind of karmically got him to where he's at right now. Egregious, outrageous, everything between, but it's the truth. So yeah, first things first, let's get into what happened to good old Charlie. Let's start there. He was at a if you don't know, he does like a lot of debates. He's a right-wing like social commentator. I guess that's the way to put it. But he's really known for doing debates. He goes mainly on campus colleges, college campuses, and debates like young students. And he tries to one up them. He goes there and he's real conservative. So a lot of these campuses he visits are kind of liberal. A lot of people that come, he goes viral, gets a lot of viral moments. He actually just went viral a little while ago because he did like a 20v1 thing though for Jubilee, and he was like it was conservative versus a bunch of liberals, I think, or something like that. So yeah, that's primarily what he's known for. Now let me see, where is this link? Okay, there we go. So yeah, but while he was doing one of his debates, in the middle of him talking, and it's very, I want to say ironic, but I think the better fitting word again is karmic. Because the question he was being asked right before he was shot was what was relating to mass shootings. Hold on, let me see. I wrote it down. Did I write it down? Yeah. So it was a question about mass shooting, and his response was, well, are we counting gang violence or not counting gang violence? So mind you, that question that the person he was going up against that was asking him stuff, or he was debating with, the conversation was not about Black people. We understand codified language. We understand, especially with these conservatives and those on the right, things like gang violence, woke, thug, certain terminology they use. It's codified language for Black people. So even in his last breath, he found a way to deflect back to Black people. For some reason, he had such an obsession with us while he was on this planet, while he had so much opportunity to talk about so many other things. His priority was so focused on Black America. And right as he took his last breath, it was still focused on Black America. Outrageous, egregious. I mean, you can't make this shit. This is karmic. Anyways, so let's read what happened. Charlie Kirk shooting, suspected, identified and taken into custody. So apparently they have they have a suspect from the shooting. Let's see. Shooting suspect in custody. The suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk has been identified as Tyler Robinson and is being held without bail in a Utah jail on several charges, according to officials. He is not talking to investigators, sources told CNN. How it happened. Robinson's father became convinced the 22-year-old was the shooter after seeing photos shared by authorities and confronted him, a law enforcement source told CNN. The suspect initially balked at surrendering, but then was persuaded to talk to a pastor who works with law enforcement agencies, and the sources said, is the picture up here? Let me just see, because he said he identified him by a picture. I did see it. Let me try to I might try to Google it, to be honest, but it's like a security picture. He has glasses on. He looked like a sharpshooter, to say the least. More of the investigation. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel and inscriptions, including one that read, "Hey fascists, catch," were engraved on casings found with the rifle, officials said. Read about what that can mean. 9/11 calls released after moments after Kirk's shooting. He got shot right in the neck. Roughly 20 recordings of 9/11 calls from the moment after Charlie Kirk was shot revealed multiple people among hundreds of spectators at his American Comeback tour reported seeing him being struck by the bullets. One caller said the current speaker at Utah Valley University just got shot in the head, according to the recordings obtained by CNN. Now, I don't know if y'all have seen the video. There is a video of what happened. It's been circling around the internet, to say the least, particularly on Twitter, and it is graphic. I don't know if if that's not your cup of tea to see things like that, because that's not really mine, honestly. I kind of got caught off guard. My sister sent it to me when we was on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, is this video kind of graphic? Literally, as I'm asking her that, I see it happen. I'm like, damn. Egregious. So you can definitely see, it's a little gory, to say the least. But yeah, it happens in plain sight. And it's a lot of witnesses around, So we're going to get into the funny style part of this. Y'all know I keep the tenfold bonnet. Y'all know I keep the tenfold bonnet close. I keep it on me. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So we're going to get into the tenfold bonnet side of this as well, because this is not seeming like just some sort of, they just said, take this, fascist. Some people are trying to make the narrative that this is like this is against free speech. Oh, these are just some, and then some people like, these are just liberals, going against, these are like extremists going against our conservative thoughts, and they don't want us to be able to speak. And I don't think that's necessarily what it is, but that is a lot of what I'm hearing, the narratives being painted out here. Let's see. That is just about the colors, political violence in light of Charlie's killing. Supreme Court Justice Ami Brydie told an audience in Indiana today that she is concerned about the heated rhetoric and grotesque political violence that has crept into American society. Crept into? Where you been at the last 400 years? Barrett was promoting her new memoir at University of Notre Dame. Responding to a question about all the recent political violence, including the killing of Charlie Kirk, Barrett said that the nation needs to learn to have disagreements in a civil and collegial way. Yeah, we know how to do that, though. The problem is the people that he was trying to embolden clearly don't. I'm just saying, it ain't everybody. You speaking, I don't know what, you need to be real specific, and this is a reoccurring issue we're going to get into, but you need to get real specific with your language, because this ain't got shit to do with us. Let me just make this real clear. This ain't got nothing to do with foundational Black Americans. This is not a problem. That's why I made the title White on White Crime, because this has nothing to do with us. You're emboldening. He was a part of emboldening the same people that has been a part of his downfall. So let's not, he wasn't up in us. It wasn't us. So why don't you look at the group that's really at the high concern, that these people try to dance their way around. You know who you need to be talking to. You know who the problem is. So let's just be honest about it. Barrett said that she was also concerned about online conversations and the way that people treat those with whom they disagree. Oh, we about to get into that, because I don't disagree with a lot of people. It's a lot of people I don't disagree with, and if they would have passed the way he did, I would have said immediately, damn, serve my condolences. That's terrible to hear. That's egregious. Like, damn, I'm praying for their family. That is not my reaction for Charlie Kirk. That was not my reaction for Charlie Kirk. So please miss me. Again, these people know what they're doing, and we're going to get into it, but you know what you're doing. This is not about no fucking disagreement. This is not about a belief system or freedom of speech. We about to get into it. That's enough. I think that's enough. We pretty much get it. He got shot. They got the dude. I guess I can learn about, already answered it out. Doesn't matter. The guy, I guess I do want to learn about the guy. Hold on. Let me not rush that. I do want to learn about the guy. Let me see if they had anything about the suspect. Hold up real quick. Any more about the suspect other than the fact that he apparently thought bro was a fascist. But it's a lot that I want to get into. I can't even lie to you. Oh, it's a lot that I want to get into. I can't wait to get into. It's egregious. Oh my God, it's so egregious. Let me pull up this other one. Let me just see if I can get a little more information on the dude who's shooting, because we're gonna get into the conspiracy part of this in the later half. But I do need to know, just need to know if it's any key information. Suspect arrested and accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been identified by officials as 22-year-old resident Tyler Robinson. And investigators interviewed a member of Robinson's family. Okay, yeah, that's what his father identified him. Authorities said that they recovered a high power. Okay, right, that's what we just read. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray has been planning to file formal charges against the suspect on Tuesday, according to the statement in his office. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth told staff to find and identify military members and individual associated with the Pentagon who have mocked or appeared to condone Charlie Kirk's murder, so they can be punished according to the two defense officials. Wait a minute, what? He said any individuals associated with the Pentagon who have mocked or appeared to condone Charlie Kirk's murder he wants them to be punished if you appeared, not if you did, but if you appeared to condone or mock his death. What is this nigga, a president or something? What are we talking about? What is he, a king? What? You want people to get what? Punished for that? That's insane. Several service members have been relieved of their jobs due to social media posts about Kirk. Are you serious? People are losing their jobs, y'all, because of their opinions about Kirk. Wow, amazing. Hegseth and other senior Pentagon leaders have posted on X calling on others to report any military members or Defense Department staffers who post anything that could be interpreted as unsympathetic towards Kirk's death. Very interesting. Dozens of service members and civilian Pentagon employees have been called out on X with their posts about Kirk highlighted and collected under the hashtag revolutionaries in the ranks. Oh my God. And these people have lost their damn mind. They think they're trying to make him as some sort of martyr, a revolutionary. Oh Jesus, let me get into it. Let's get to it. Apparently his boy Trump was feeling away for him too. His boy had to get up here and say something about him as well. Hold up, let's get into that, because y'all know his boy had to speak on him too. Which one is it? Where's Trump? Right there. Now his boy had to get into it. He had to show him some love as well. Hold up, this is Trump's statement about what happened to Charlie.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate.
It does look a little AI generated. I'm glad you said that. It looks a little weird. And Trump posts a lot of AI videos, which is kind of weird within itself. The videos he be posting are a little weird. And then the fact that he's even posting that many. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
The country that he loves so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate.
Yeah, good faith debate is a stretch. I think that's enough of that. So pretty much Trump is like, sorry for your condolences. And he is going along with this theme that he was just such a good-hearted Christian. We're gonna circle back to that in a second. I want to get to some of the other reactions that we got from some of these white folks out here that's losing their damn mind. But yeah, that point right there, hold on to that, because everybody is coming back to, he was just a great Christian man. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's Trump for you though. Trump said that he feel bad for him. That was his man's RIP to him, whatever. He pulled one out for him. Now here's the thing. Some of these people are losing their damn mind. Hold up. Some of these people are serious their damn mind. You would have thought Trump died. Some of these people, you would have thought Trump died. Look at this shit right here. Hold up.
That's bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. I just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh, damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving in a problem.
Now you see what's so funny? Look at that. Now, hold on to that. You know what's so funny that I'm starting to see? I mean, that I'm noticing the reoccurring thing with a lot of these people. Look at this right here. Hold up. With all of these white folks that's so upset. Look at all of these white folks that's so upset about him. Again, you would think you would have thought Trump died. Look at this. All these white folks so upset. Hold up. Karen having a breakdown over that motherfucker. Now, these people, it's so funny because this is where the white supremacists always trip themselves up because this is their logic. The sick cycle of their logic. Because they're so angry, and you notice that neither one of these white people wanted to name specific people. Neither one of them wanted to be specific in their language. Same thing with in that article with that senator who was trying to get people in trouble and making people lose their job. Y'all are so upset. And you're trying to hide behind these vague words. Oh, you're animals. How could y'all do this? Who are you people? Just because you didn't agree with his ideology. These people are mad at us. How are you still turning this back around? This is the logic of the white supremacists that you're going to find a way to blame it on a nigga. It's our fault. It's you animals' fault for doing this because you don't. Well, you know, it wasn't a lot of. I mean, it was some white liberals. Yeah, sure, some white liberals that don't agree with him, but that's not really who you're talking about. You're not talking because if you wanted to be specific, you could just say, you white, sensitive liberals, you're always going. You could be real specific about who you're talking about. But these people are not being specific because they're talking about us. You're talking about the black liberals who go against him. You're talking about the black people that call him out. That don't give a damn about him dying. That's who you're really upset about. And we're not even the ones who did this yet. You find a way to gear your hate towards us. So much so, look at this, y'all. They do this so much so. You know what's so insane about this? Do y'all know what's so goddamn crazy about this? These people are so adamant on making sure black people get involved. We got to be blamed in some goddamn way. Look at this right here. Hold up. I lied to you now. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. This is how obsessed these people are with us. Do you see how obsessed? Look at this. Hold up. Look at how obsessed these people are. Watch this.
Near their campus.
Wait a second. Let me restart.
Universities across the country are currently under lockdown. Historically black colleges and universities across the country are currently under lockdown after a slew of threats that were called in today. Moments ago, Spelman College announcing a shelter in place over the threats, including at Clark Atlanta University, which is near their campus.
Other HBCUs receiving threats today: Hampton University, Virginia State University, Alabama University, Bethune-Cookman University, and Southern University. The schools urging students to remain vigilant, saying these lockdowns will be in place until further notice. NBC News correspondent Stephen Romo is following the latest for us. It seems, Stephen, like we're getting even more campuses that are closing down just upon hearing what the other campuses are choosing to do.
That's true.
They got a slew of hate calls, hateful calls, and violent, threatening calls to HBCUs. Mind you, Charlie Kirk died in Utah at a PWI, and they are calling HBCUs. Wasn't black, well, I didn't even see in the video I saw of him getting shot, wasn't a black person in sight. But y'all are calling HBCUs and threatening black people? But y'all not calling that jail. Y'all not trying to get up in that jail to get to that cracker that killed your white savior. But y'all worried about us? You calling our schools? This is what I mean. This is the logic of the white supremacists. This is the logic. This is like, how do you even get to us? You had to jump, leap, hop, run, tread, swim to get over here and connect us to have anything to do with what was going on over there. And they still found a way to do that because that's their logic. It got to be our fault some way, somehow, because they can't be accountable. That's not within their culture. They can't be accountable for that. That couldn't have been then. If it was just a lone wolf. Remember, it's just always the lone wolf. They never with a group. They never with an organization. They never with some sort of a religious cult. It's always just that one by themselves, and nobody had no idea they was going to do it. Remember? But this is shit that Charlie Kirk didn't want to talk about. Let me show y'all what Charlie Kirk liked to talk about, because he didn't want to talk about. He didn't want to focus on the real problem, which is white-on-white crime, white-on-white violence, white supremacy. He didn't want to talk about that. He didn't want to talk about these mass shooters who they letting off, the cowards that they're letting off because they're white. Let me show y'all what he want to talk about. Thank you for the super chat. Last words was gang violence, and now the YNs flaming him on TikTok. Very poetic. Oh, very poetic. Very karmic. Very karmic. For sure. Absolutely. But let me show y'all what he liked to talk about, because he died from gun violence. Now, mind you, he was a big gun rights activist. Let me say that. Very big on gun rights. I'm not mad at gun rights. I think we should have guns. Y'all already know how I feel about that. Especially us, should I say that, Foundation of Black America. We definitely should be, if she had the right to have guns, to bear arms. Absolutely. Now, but what's ironic is that he loved to spend his time focusing on black people and gun violence. He didn't worry about white people and guns. He didn't worry about the mass shooters. He wasn't worried about the Dylan Roofs. And no, that wasn't really his main concern. His main concern was always bringing it back to us for some reason. Hold up. Is this first clip? Let me go to this first clip I got, which is this one? Yep. This first clip. This is the stuff he liked to focus on. Instead of focusing on his own community, his own white violence happening in his own communities, he liked to focus on this. He liked to go to colleges and talk to 18-year-olds, debate 18-year-olds about shit like this.
Talk about you. How did that impact you? How did something that happened 60 years ago impact your life?
It impacts me all the time.
How?
What do you? Okay.
You're at Texas A&M. You're doing great.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
So aren't you a living example that all that's a bunch of nonsense and you can just act good and behave well and succeed?
But there's also living examples of the exact opposite. If you look in the impoverished neighborhoods in certain parts of Chicago or St. Louis, there's Black communities being thrown aside because they're not getting education.
Thrown aside? Okay, yes, so I think we can get somewhere. Why have the Black community gotten poorer since the passage of the Civil Rights Act? Tell me that.
Because of the way the culture has been perpetuated through the years. Hold on.
Think about it. So they were richer when we were segregated and more racist. America's become less racist.
What about Tulsa?
Yeah, no one's going to defend what happened in Tulsa again. But let's talk. But we're talking about a lot of different cities. We're talking about Chicago, Tulsa. But let's again. This is a very important point. Do you think the fact that 70% of Black youth don't have a dad around is probably pretty important?
That's because of the culture.
So respectfully allow me to interject. How does the white culture impact the fact whether or not a black dad stays around when he impregnates a woman?
I'm not saying it's the white culture.
What is it?
The culture.
Now, his concern, instead of being concerned about white culture and how it does affect white culture, is white supremacy. How white supremacy does affect other groups, specifically black people. Instead of you worry about how your group does that, you're questioning black people on, oh, well, you're trying to gaslight. Not even questioning. This isn't even a real line of questioning. This is gaslighting. It's professional gaslighting. You're trying to gaslight black people into thinking, oh, there's nothing wrong with our culture. You guys are just degenerate and you need to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps. I mean, that's stuff that happened 400 years ago has nothing to do with y'all. I mean, hey, what my ancestors did to yours, it got nothing to do with me now, bro. You just got to get it together. This is the land of opportunity. This is land of freedom. You're telling that to a black man. And he goes as far as says, hold up, I didn't even get to the good part.
That has been perpetuated through the 200 years of slavery, the 100 years of segregation and Jim Crow laws.
The marriage, so I got to interject again. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt too much. But in 1960, before the Civil Rights Act, 20% of black youth had a dad around. Now it's, 20% were single fathers, 80% had a dad around. It's been inverted. So we actually have seen black dads run away from their kids.
So you're worried about telling a young black man that his father and other black boys' fathers like him are running away from him, yet ignoring, again, the white culture, white supremacist systems that were put in place to remove them from the home. You see how the brother just mentions Jim Crow and segregation and da-da-da, and he went right past, so now fuck all that. That don't matter. When y'all got out of slavery, y'all daddies was in the house. Now they not. So what's your excuse now? But you're going to ignore every logical reason why we have that issue right now. But you're going to skip past that because that's not really your point. You're not really trying. You don't really give a fuck about black fathers not being in the home. This whole thing with, and this is what I need for, by the end of this live, I need for y'all to understand. This man is not no wholesome fucking Christian, godly, wanting to push traditional conservative lifestyles on all people and wanting the same thing and the equal opportunity. No. Because if it were that, then you will be focusing on your own people. You're too focused on trying to get this black man to believe that we are just a degenerate people. Black men ain't shit, and we ain't got no fathers in the home because of it. That's what you're trying to get to, because that's what you believe. That's the anti-black rhetoric that has been installed within you, that your family has probably believed, your father's probably believed, and now you're spreading the same rhetoric. So what are we talking about? This is not no wholesome man. How can you get a godly man from somebody who is anti-black? White supremacy is anti-God. It's ungodly. There's no way you can be a white supremacist and also be a Christian. Also try to be Christ-like. Right? I'm sorry. Somebody informed me, when the fuck was Jesus out here being a racist? Was Jesus not fighting for black people? Was Jesus not a black man? I'm confused. So how can you even get the goal to get out here and call yourself identified with a man of that stature and say you want to be like him, say you're a follower of him, but yet you're a white supremacist, yet you're anti-black, yet you are a racist? You want me to? I'm sorry. I'm supposed to forget all that because we both believe in Jesus? You got me fucked up. No, we're not doing that. Let's get into a little more. We got more. We got a little more. Let's get into a little more. This is also what he was worried about. Again, instead of being worried about white on white crime, instead of him worried about these mass shooters, instead about these reckless, unaccountable, cowardly ass white boys running around shooting people like the one who got him. You worried about us. You worried about George Floyd. You worried about this.
He died largely because of a drug overdose.
This is what you worry about.
Reasoning was about that.
Well, George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died.
And mind you, the sister is asking him, hey, I heard that you're in support of Derek Chauvin, the white man, the white supremacist that lynched George Floyd. He wants to get him pardoned by Trump. Yeah, he believes he should be pardoned by Trump. So this is him telling the sister, responding to the sister, asking, like, why do you think he should be pardoned?
Largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck. And we all saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police departments taught Derek Chauvin to use. Do you know that George Floyd was saying, I couldn't breathe, well before that restraining technique? And
so why they use the technique if he already couldn't breathe?
Well, because he was actually resisting arrest, and they had to restrain him, and they restrained him in a way that they were taught to do, which is the knee on the neck technique.
Okay, so when does the like technique end? Like when they die? Like he said, he couldn't.
No, I mean the technique ends when the individual stops resisting arrest. His cause of death was not asphyxiation; it was drug overdose. He had
that was a part of it. Like he also had a heart like thing, and like he was on drugs, but like he wouldn't have just died if he was standing there. Like they had his.
Well, actually, there's an argument to be made. According to the medical examiner, he was drug overdosing in real time. That it wasn't because of the police officer Derek Chauvin that put his knee on the neck. And again, they were taught to do that. According to the Hennepin County Police Department, they teach that as an approved restraint technique. And by the way, this is just a broader point. Our whole country blew up because of this incident, and it was largely based on a lie. Largely based on a lie. We were all.
What was the lie? Now, it's funny that he loved to hone, and I'm not going to go into the whole details of that. We know that those are white supremacist talking points. George Floyd was lynched, point blank, period. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole again. Now, but again, it shows his logic because he says, oh, well, that's where they were trained to do. It's the law. Well, just because it's the law doesn't mean that it's justified. Doesn't mean that it's correct. Doesn't mean that it's right. You know what was also the law? The no-knock warrant. No-knock warrants was also a law. Yeah. And that got Breonna Taylor killed unjustifiably. They were wrong. But were they legally in there? Did they have the right legally to do it? Yeah. But did they have to change that fucking law afterwards? Yeah. So what are we talking? His knee was, he was overdosing in real time. Yeah, the brother was saying he couldn't breathe before he even got on his neck. Where was the medical assistance? That's medical neglect. But again, he's not focused on that. He's just worried. Oh no, he didn't kill him. It's not him. It's not his fault. He was on drugs. Okay, so if he was actively overdosing, as you say, why wasn't he given any medical attention? You sat on his neck for 9 minutes. Oh, he was on the shoulder. He wasn't just on the neck. You sat on a man while he was actively overdosing for 9 minutes with your knee instead of giving him medical attention. You're a fucking murderer. But he doesn't think of it like that. He just says, oh no, he should be pardoned because this is some political propaganda. And hey, he was on drugs anyways. Doesn't really matter. That's white supremacist thinking for you. That's white supremacist logic. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time because I really needed to be emphasized how ain't shit this man was. I really need y'all to understand how ain't shit this man was and why laughing. It's almost like I'm not laughing, but I'm damn sure not about to chastise nobody that is. Let's get into it. Hold up.
I'm a soul, and you're gonna remove my appendix, and you're a black lesbian. See a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. I'm dealing with.
And you know that these people understand DEI. You know that white women benefit from DEI. You know that if it was a black person in any of those positions, it took us 10 times the work to get there. They know that. These are easy anti-black talking points that he knows is incorrect, but he's going to stand by because he's a white supremacist.
Somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman. I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story. This guy is not worthy of a national.
For who to celebrate? Because it ain't that many white people celebrating him anyway. So you're telling black people who we need to celebrate. And Clarence Thomas is one of them. Because in the eyes of the white savior, in the eyes of the master, you need to worry. But I tell you who you look up to. I tell you who's the good nigga, who ain't. Yeah, that's white supremacist logic.
Holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really harmful.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
New op pack in the air, this guess what? He'll still be alive right now if you.
Okay, you don't have to get me copyrighted. Shit. I get what they did with that dumb way. Now, again, he's in my opinion, my humble opinion, he's a solidified white supremacist. He was. Let me get my language right. He was, past tense, a solidified white supremacist. There's no debating that for me. He definitely was. Now, to see any of those clips, and I know black people have seen many of his clips. But to see any of those clips as a Black person, and not understand why other Black people are not giving a damn about his death or have no sympathy or empathy for his death or for his family. Let me just touch on that right quick, because we're gonna get into it with this video. But some people really have sympathy. Oh well, he was a father. He was a husband. Oh well, he was probably raising white supremacists. He was probably married to a white supremacist. He probably was a son of a white supremacist. I have no sympathy for them. I have no empathy. I have no, bitch, I got nothing for you. Let me just say that. I got nothing for you. Okay? You lucky you ain't get my motherfucking boot to lick before you died. But you ain't get that. But I got, so you're lucky you ain't get that. But I got nothing else for you. You're not getting a sorry. You're not getting an apology. This is why I need to hammer this point. It's a lot of people I don't agree with that I would still say condolences to. Fuck that. I'm not saying condolences. I'm not saying prayers up. I'm not saying rest in power. I'm not saying rest in peace. I'm not saying hope you had a peaceful transition. I could give a damn. That's for you and your people to worry about. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But some of these reactions of some of you Negroes, that's what let's get into that. That's what I'm concerned about. That's what we'll get into. I got reactions for that. I ain't got no reaction for his death. It is what the fuck it is. But for this, for the reactions that some of us are having, Lord, give me strength. Look at this bullshit.
I just got the news that Charlie Kirk passed away, and I don't care what your political party is. I don't care what you believe in. That was a man of God, and he all took his life. I didn't even get a chance to pray or anything. I didn't even know until 5 minutes ago, and he already passed away. But it hurts my heart deeply. Like, it grieves me that that's how evil this world is. Like, that is a father. That is a son of God. That's somebody's husband. Like, this world is so evil.
So was MLK. MLK, you know what's crazy? Because I don't know why in the hell I keep saying people trying to compare him to MLK. That's egregious, outrageous, everything between. Hella blasphemous. Disrespectful. I mean, just come on. But for y'all to sit up here and feel so bad, do you understand that he was speaking on Dr. King? Oh, we shouldn't. That just in that clip, I was just like, Dr. King is the person we should be upholding. It should be Clarence Thomas, and he's not a person that should be upheld as a historical legend. And what? So he's speaking like that on somebody else. Dr. King got children. Okay, he has grandchildren. Dr. King had a mother, he had a brother, he had a wife, So what's the excuse for when Charlie was alive and speaking on the dead? What was his excuse then? He was a man of God? Dr. King wasn't a man of God?
And I hate it. Like, I honestly don't have any words right now. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And while I can't change anything, I can't change the outcome because he's already in heaven. But what I can do is start a prayer chain for him and his family. God, we ask that you cover his kids.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even want to hear that. I don't even want to participate. Don't even put that on me. Ancestors, get that energy off of me. Please wipe it off me. God, I don't even want that energy on me. Don't put that on me. I don't want to be a part of that prayer chain. Hell to the nah. It's giving demonic. I'm good. Now let me see. Hold up. Not only hold up. You got a couple others. Look at this Negro right here too. Hold up. Oh, hold up. Nah, I can't get to her yet. I gotta go in order. I'm gonna get off the Negroes for a second. I'm gonna circle back to us. Give me a second, because I gotta get on this white boy line. Now, the white boy outside of Charlie Kirk that I got on my thumbnail is named Dean Winters. This white boy is also known for going around and doing debates and things of that nature, just like Charlie Kirk. Okay, that's what he's went viral for. I think he's done a Jubilee thing before. Matter of fact, I think he was on Charlie Kirk's Jubilee thing, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Now, but the thing is, he is on the other side. He's not a conservative, he's a liberal. Okay. Now, he's the type to get on TikTok Live, and he does the easy debates. He's the white supremacist, the suspected white supremacist that does the easy debates. The ones that try to ruin you. And he's the wolf in sheepskin. Okay. So he'd get up there and why do you support Trump? You're a racist if you support Trump. That's all that's pretty much his whole spiel is like exposing racists that support Trump or exposing conservative racists. That's kind of like his niche, right? Now, what's funny is this is his reaction. And I think this shit is hilarious. Look at his reaction to Charlie dying. Look at his reaction.
Imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die. Nobody deserves that. Not even Charlie Kirk. Nobody deserves that.
Okay. So he's up here crying. This man is up here crying. Again, you would have thought Trump died. If he had reacted like this with Kirk, I mean, as much as he talk about Trump, he'd probably be bawling like this behind closed doors, though, for Trump. Now, mind you, they're on two different sides, allegedly. Oh, that's what it seems like. That's what it looks like, right? They're on two different sides. He's a liberal. He's on the left. He supports Kamala. He's against Trump. He's conservative. He's for the traditional families. He's pro-guns. He's a Trump supporter. There are two different sides, right? But you see how that white supremacist connection still works. You see how they're still connected. You see how even though they're on two different sides of this white supremacist coin, when one goes down, the other side is still hurting from it. Now look at this. This same white boy. Now this same white boy, listen to this, because this same white boy has already been exposed, right? I already stop listening. Anytime I see liberal white people do, especially repeatedly, when I see them repeatedly doing the same old like basic liberal tactics, it's kind of like a telltale sign that they're really a white supremacist in disguise, to be honest. If you're the same one that keeps saying, oh, like him, oh, Trump is racist, oh, you're a conservative, you're racist, oh, you're not supporting immigration, that's racist. Oh, it's like the same talking points. Like, yeah, okay. It's like a script, bro. Like, okay, you're pandering, you're grifting. It's easy to tell. So with him, I already had picked that up. But a little while ago, he had been exposed because he used to do, I think, streaming or something. It seems like a lot of these suspected white supremacists got the same old storylines. From Neon to this nigga to what's the other white boy name? It's another white boy I'm thinking about too. Mr. Beast. All of them got similar backgrounds where you started off on YouTube or started off streaming and they were hella fucking racist. It's clips of Mr. Beast saying nigga 1,000 times. Clips of Neon saying nigga 1,000 times. Now we got clips of this motherfucker right here. Look at this. Look at this right here. Oh, and another one bites the dust. He done slipped up and said nigga too. And that's just one clip. So again, he's following the same path as these other white supremacists do, these YouTubers. I'm not surprised, but listen to this, because it's like they all are trained. There has to be, they got like president, what are they called? President schools, like the president, we all know the president is selected, not elected, and they all have to, each president has to go to a president school, right? I forgot what the exact term is, but it's like a school for presidents, like it preps them to be the president. I think some of these white supremacists, like some of these YouTubers, these influencers, I think they go through some sort of, like, I don't know if it's MK Ultra, y'all know I keep the temple about it, some sort of MK Ultra, some sort of CIA programming where they're all learning the same shit because they all have the same scripts. All of them. Listen to what he says to justify him saying the N-word. Listen to this. Oh, hold up. We got the right clip up? Oh, I don't got the right clip up. Hold up. Listen to this. Hold up. That's the wrong clip. 2 seconds. Hold up. Let me pull up the right clip. Now listen to this.
I was 14.
Hold up. Did I just play the right clip? Did y'all hear that? I think I might have. Did I do that? Did I play that clip right? Am I tripping? Did y'all hear that first clip? Let me replay this clip. I don't know if I replay it, if y'all can hear this clip when I played it. Hold up 1 second. Let me replay this clip. This is the clip I was just talking about.
And
you? Dean, why are you racist?
I'm not racist.
Thank you. You didn't see it? I thought I was playing it on the wrong screen. I was playing it, but I thought whatever. Mistake. I'm about to replay it.
Dean, why are you racist?
I'm not racist.
Hold on. Is this you?
I'll say, make sure you follow my. I just said the N-word. Just said the N-word. I'm so. Oh.
Wow. Yeah. You know, I am totally. I'm totally racist at 20 years old. Because I said the N-word when I was 14 and then went on to completely change who I am as a person, the beliefs in which I find to be the case through access to education and critically thinking. Yeah, you know, we've definitely been over this a handful of times.
No, but there's also
they all have the same script. I was 14 years old. I don't know how I'm racist, and I was only 14 years old. I'm 20 years ago. I'm 20 years now. That was 6 years ago. You want me to believe in 6 years when you probably grew up with a conservative racist family where you got those views from. So you grew up 14 years of your life being an anti-black racist. And and somewhere between 6 years, because you're not saying this whole 6 years you've just been reforming yourself. You're just saying it was 6 years ago was the last time you got caught saying nigga. So within that 6 years don't mean you was just doing some sort of rehab. It just means you just didn't get caught saying nigga within that 6 years. So at some point within that 6 years, you're saying, oh yeah, I changed, I reflected, I've grown, I've done better, I've done research, and now I'm not a racist. Now I'm combating racists. What? And you expect us just to believe that because what? Because what? Because you're a white savior? Because you believe you're a white savior just like Charlie Kirk did? I know why you was crying. Because you have the same fucking ideology as Charlie Kirk. You're the blue version of Charlie. You just want to tell black people what to do. You want to be able to say, I'm white and I say so, but hey guys, I'm not the bad guy. He is. But it's only because I'm white and I say so. I'm the white savior. Charlie Kirk's white savior was his white ass Jesus. And him. He was justified by being a white savior because of his white Jesus. He's justified because, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist anymore. I'm conformed. I've conformed. I've changed. Like, what? Says who? How do we know? And then you do shit like this. Hold up. And then this stuff like this pops up. And it makes it even harder to believe. It makes it even harder to believe when we see things like this.
All right. Hey, I just want to be clear here. Republicans hate black people. MAGA hates black people, right? So if you're watching this and you're a black person, MAGA hates you. They hate you. They loathe you. They despise your existence. What's my evidence for this? We've been live for about an hour now. We haven't had one Trump supporter come up here and tell us why they support Trump. No, we haven't. We haven't. We've had maybe 20 people come up here and scream the N-word, though. Republicans are more willing.
Now he ain't afraid to say the N-word. Now he ready to say the N-word instead of the actual word. Nah, say nigga, say it with your chest. You said it the first time.
Blur. Republicans are more willing to hate crime. Republicans are more willing to despise you for your existence if you're a black person watching this than they are willing to give one intellectual reason why Donald Trump is a good president. So for everybody watching, I mean, I'm talking about the 2.2 thousand people on YouTube and the 7.3 thousand people on TikTok. This shit should be radicalizing you. I'm being so fucking real. This shit should radicalize you. How scary is that? The millions of Americans that support the president we have today don't support them because of reason, don't support him because of fact, don't support him because of logic. They don't support him because of anything in alignment with reality. They support him out of hate and disdain for you if you are a black person.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow. Oh my God. Thank you, white savior, for this new information. We had no idea that after 400 years, there's white folks that hate us. We had no idea that after 400 years, there's white folks that's voting for people in allegiance to their race. We had no idea. Thank you so much for informing us. You're right. We should be radical. And you see, this is why I say he's the sneaky white supremacist. He's the sheep in wolf skin. I'm sorry, the wolf in sheepskin. Because again, this is I'm white and I say so. This is white savior. This is a white savior complex right here. Who the fuck are you to be telling me who I need to be worried about? Who the fuck are you as a white boy who was just saying nigga 6 years ago to tell me I need to be radicalized because of some other white men that you need to be focused on combating instead of be worried about me? If there's such a problem, you need to worry about you use your white privilege to combat their white privilege. You worry about what the fuck I need to do? Because that's that white savior mentality. That's a white savior complex. You niggas need to listen to me. Don't listen to those white people. Listen to me and the white people I approve of. I'm on the good side, y'all. Come on, y'all. I'm the good master. I'm on the blue side. We on the blue plantation. Come on. We got cookies and butter biscuits and crumbs and cornbread and all types of shit for you niggas. Come on over on this side. Don't listen to that side. No, that white supremacist, he's mean. He's overt with his racism. He gonna tell you a nigga to your face. At least I apologize for it. Come on, y'all. That's essentially what the fuck this is. He's the same nigga. They are doing the same things. Sorry, same cracker. Let me keep it specific. They're the same person. That's why he was crying for that man. That's why some of these other liberals and some of these other white people that you're seeing, man, they act like they go so hard for black people and civil rights and they're so woke. But then they want to say, oh, my condolences to Charlie Kirk. Oh, I'm so upset about people making fun of him. Oh, I'm so disappointed by some of the reactions. Because you feel the same way he does. White supremacy, it has many faces. But they all got the same mission. They all got the same damn mission. And when shit like this happens, it exposes it. That man was crying for him because he looked at him like a brother, like a father. He probably would have fucked around and ended up flipping and ended up being someone like Charlie. And end up being, he might still mess around and flip and end up being the new Charlie Kirk. Who knows? Because they love to do that. They can flip back and forth from the red to the blue to the I'm racist, I'm not. I used to be a bigot, I'm not. Now I'm not. Because I might not say so. I said I'm a conservative. Now, bitch, I'm a conservative. What you gonna do about it? Now I'm slinging right-wing terms. I'm over here pandering to the right side. Now what you gonna do about it? Nothing. Because under the system, they're allowed to do it. And that's why he think he could get up here so arrogantly and talking to a black girl at that. Mind you, that clip I just showed y'all, he was talking to a black girl. Damn, I should have pulled that joint up a little bit. Let me pull that clip right back up. Let me pull that clip up because the sister responds too. Hold up. The sister responds. Is that the same? Let me just make sure I'm thinking about the same clip because the clip I'm thinking of, the sister responds. Let me pull that clip right up. Pull it up again real quick. Let me pull it up again real quick. Because the fact that your arrogance, you feel this air of entitlement to Trump, whatever she's saying, damn whatever the black person, the victim in this situation is saying, the victim of white supremacy that you supposedly call out, is trying to call you out and you're saying, no, well, I might not say so. I'm not racist. I've had 6 years to reform. I'm not racist. So I don't know what, so arrogantly. So like, it's not that big of a deal.
Not racist. And critically thinking. Yeah, we've definitely been over this a handful of times.
No, but there's also the fact that like after you said it, you said, "Oh, I forgot I can't say that on stream."
Bro,
this is like a huge indicator that
when I was
say this shit off stream.
When I was 14, I had the N-word in my vocabulary, and that was very bad, and that was racist, right? But I don't think I'm still racist today because of all of the monumental changes I've undergone since I was 14.
How do we know that's not like a persona that you put on when you get on stream?
Because
like
because it's just completely, absolutely deranged and insane to assume that I'm just putting on a persona. The reason is that I give art.
It's deranged because you say I'm white and I say so. There's no way you could think I'm racist as if me as a white person, your master, your savior is telling you that I'm not racist. It's no way it could be. So stay in your place, nigga, because I told you what it is. So believe it or don't. But I'm not going to be racist because I said so.
Arguments for what I believe in and why. Like, for instance, are you telling me that I put on a persona when I'm able to articulate literally every single reason why mass deportation is absolutely terrible? And if I was just simply putting on a persona,
we're not even talking about mass deportation.
It's an example of something that I did.
You see how they do that? And this is why I don't like the people on the left. This is why I prefer the wolf, because the people on the left do shit like this. Oh, well, if I support mass deportation and da-da-da. You see how he just spewing out words solid? What does that got to do with you being a racist? What does that got with you saying nigga on that screen 6 years ago? What does that have to do with that? But your mind is, oh, these are talking points that's going to trigger you to think that I'm saying something that's not racist or that I'm not racist. Oh yeah, so yeah, mass deportation. What? And we don't even know if the sister he's talking to is an immigrant or not. She could be FBA. And I think she might be, because that's what that sounds like FBA, but we're not talking about no damn immigration. That's what she just said.
A live stream. And if this is just a persona, does this mean that I'm just willingly choose to believe in things in which are evidently false?
How do we go from talking about you saying that and we're talking about mass deportation?
Because you said, how do you know that you're not just putting a persona on stream? Well, because that just means that I like willingly choose to believe in things that are obviously false and proven obviously false by my own arguments.
I didn't even mention.
Not true. That's again the gaslighting logic of white supremacy. I can't be racist because I don't support mass deportation and I don't support Trump. There's no way I will be arguing against racists and Trump supporters every day if I was a racist. That just doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. It's called grifting. It's called getting a bag. It's called Negroes thinking that there's some sort of good white person searching and hoping and praying for a good white person and is willing to listen to this shit. It's called white-ass liberals and non-black liberals and non-FBA liberals who hear white boys like you and, again, hope and pray that there's at least one good white man out there. And so they fall for this shit because you keep saying the same easy-ass anti-racist talking points. It's easy. The talking point, debunking a Trump supporter is easy. This is easy. But sitting up here and reflecting on why you were saying nigga 6 years ago and what you've been doing within these last 6 years and holding yourself accountable for that is a lot harder. That's really the part of practicing non-racism or trying to replace the system of racism with a system of justice. Holding yourself accountable. What are you doing? Because you're the person that's on that camera saying nigga. Nobody else. But you're quick to point to a Trump supporter, hey, they're worse. That's the logic of the white supremacists. That's the logic of the white supremacists on the left. We're not as bad. We're not bad because they're worse. We're not racist because they're extra fucking racist. They're overtly racist, so we can't be that bad. That's bullshit.
Mass deportation.
I know, it was an example of something that I argue on stream. We could replace that example with literally anything else that I debate ever. Like, think of anything that I debate ever. I'm able to give an incredibly cogent, articulate, and well-founded argument for it, right? And if you're telling me that I just put on a persona, are you telling me that I just choose not to believe in like the most cogent, most well-founded, backed by evidence positions known to mankind that cannot be beat by anybody ever? I just like willingly choose not to believe in truth. Oh, that you definitely have quite a difficult position to prove there. That shows you to be an absolutely ridiculous rage baiter. I mean, nice try though.
It's literally a video of you on your Fortnite stream with you saying "follow my N-word."
Fortnite stream. Yep, that's what it was. I knew I wasn't tripping. I don't know what it is with these streamers, man. We got to look into it because I really think this might be some CIA, some government program they got set up with these damn streamers. I really think some of these people are plants, like dead ass. I think they really went and rounded up some of these racist ass streamers, white boy streamers, got them all together, taught them how these specific political talking points, and then sent their asses back out to the streets. It had to be. Are we really putting it past our government? How do they all end up with the same talking points? Neon was saying the same thing. Like, literally, this is damn near Neon on Breakfast Club bar for bar. Like,
Jose, or what was it? Like, something with the J. And then you proceed to say, oh, I forgot I can't say that I'm on stream. I can't say that I'm on stream.
Right. The reason why I said that when I was 14 is because of like what was I on? Twitch TOS. Like, I think I was like totally fine with saying the N-word when I was 14. It was a part of my vocabulary. I just tried not to say it on stream because of...
Oh, so he admitted to regularly saying it. It was a part of his vocabulary. So you expect us to believe that you're not racist after 6 years and it was regularly a part of your vocabulary? Up until we don't even know what age? Are you for real? And it was regularly a part of your vocabulary, so much so that you felt comfortable doing it in front of people on stream. In public.
Like Twitch TOS? Yeah, that's racist. Like, white people shouldn't say the N-word. I completely acknowledge that. I was racist when I was 14 because I used the N-word, yeah.
Listen, maybe that's why your brother kicked you out. You're like very, very difficult.
I think that my brother...
I was racist. You see that? That's somebody not say so. That man is being trained by some white supremacists ahead of him. He's being trained. That white boy being trained, man. I don't trust him. He's definitely being trained. He's for sure being trained. Now, I don't know why. Let me just nip this in the bud right quick. I think this brother did a good job of doing so. I don't even want to stay right here too long. That's why I only got one video, and this is the only time I'm going to address this. I don't even understand how this narrative got started. I guess because Charlie Kirk used to have a lot of criticism for Dr. King specifically. And so now you got a lot of people trying to compare Dr. King to Charlie Kirk. I don't know. Let me just play this video right quick.
Right before Charlie Kirk got popped, someone asked him, "Do you know how many mass shootings have happened in America in the past 10 years? He replied, "Counting or not counting gang violence." Then pop, he was about to shift the blame for mass shootings on us. And now for some reason, 8 historically black colleges and universities are under threat. Campus lockdowns and all. All this because Charlie got popped in Utah, where the black population is 1.2%. What is it about whiteness that y'all can never blame yourselves? How did you come to the conclusion that you are as sinless as Christ himself? And now they want to put a statue of little Charlie in the U.S. Capitol, comparing him to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Do you know what school little Charlie went to? That would give him the authority to speak on religion, to speak on race, to speak on politics. No, you don't. Because little Charlie dropped out of Harper College in Chicago. His first claim to fame was stopping a price increase on cookies at his high school. You can't make this up. Then he wrote an article for Breitbart, alleging liberal bias in textbooks. That affirmative action him in appearance on Fox Business. This is your king? Because the only one I know is Dr. King. PhD in systematic theology from Boston University. The one who wrote 5 books, who electrified the masses, and didn't have to cut his speeches into clips to do so. See, what y'all not gonna do is conflate these two legs.
I love that part. Let me just rewind. Because these new Negroes, these new speakers think they really doing something with these little clips. I'm just saying. Because Charlie Kirk, you thought you was really doing something with them weak-ass talking points, them weak-ass anti-black talking points and them little clips in them debates trying to shit on a bunch of college students. You thought you was really doing something. Y'all got the nerve to compare him to Martin Luther King? Please.
I'm sorry. That affirmative action him in appearance on Fox Business. This is your king? Because the only one I know is Dr. King. PhD in systematic theology from Boston University. The one who wrote 5 books, who electrified the masses, and didn't have to cut his speeches into clips to do so. See, what y'all not gonna do is conflate these two legacies. Because Dr. King challenged America to live up to the democracy it claimed to be. Little Charlie, he just repeated fascism, Christian fundamentalism, without critical thinking, might I add, misogyny, really anything that got him paid. America, not only are we not your scapegoat, you really don't even deserve to live in our shadows.
Yeah, so shout out to that brother for that video, because absolutely he on point. That was absolutely on point. I think he made he said exactly what needed to be said in defense of Martin Luther King, because that is just highly disrespectful to try to and they always want to do that with our greats, because our greats, our revolutionaries are the standard. You know, they are the standard globally for what represents justice and the highest morale. That we represent that. That is foundational Black Americans, our legends, our revolutionaries. That is who people look to when you're talking about to attain a stature or attain a place with people where you're looked at as a fair, just, and balanced person. They look at our people. They look at our people as examples. Our Martins, our Malcolms. They look at us as examples as of the standard. So that's why they have to say, "Oh, well, he's like a child." You could have said he was like some sort of white fucking savior. You could have named any one of your white warriors, soldiers, whatever, speakers. You could have named some white people. They could have been comparing them to white people. It's plenty of white folk. They love to name them when it's time for them. When it's 4th of July or when it's one of their little holidays. And it's time to bring up some of their historical figures of some of their ancestors. They love to bring them up then. But they know that in reality, if you're really looking at a person who is looked at, who has that standard of morality and justice that most want to attain or most look at as even godlike, it's foundational Black Americans. You're looking at us. So of course they got to drag us into it. And to put him in the White House is absolutely diabolical. I don't know they're trying to act like this man is a martyr for real. He's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? He died still still trying to spew anti-Black rhetoric. And you're going to put him in the White House? For what? He did nothing for this country. It's not like he fought in a war. He's not a vet, not from what I know of. He ain't no damn vet. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what has he done for the country that he will be placed inside the fucking White House? Like he's some sort of president or some sort of political figure that has actually participated in our country's politics and doing something for the country, or even doing something against it, whatever the case may be. But doing something to some extent that needs to be remembered when you put him in the damn White House. Why would he need to be remembered to that degree? That he's getting a statue, that y'all would even think about putting a statue of him in the White House. That's crazy. That's asinine, honestly. Like, for real. Who the fuck is Charlie Kirk? Like, I'm just trying to figure who is him? Who was he for him to have that sort of privilege after he died? That's insane. Whatever. Now, what I want to also touch on, because this one right here is a mix. Of course, the Negroes that's crying over Charlie Kirk, but also is getting into a bit of the reasoning why this happened to him. Now, I definitely got to put the ancestors at the forefront. Okay, we know that we know Charlie Kirk used to did his best to try to prove that George Floyd wasn't a martyr and that George Chauvin was needs to be pardoned, and that he's this was not an injustice and this is propaganda. George died. Okay, and Charlie lied, and now we got the ancestors in 5. So I definitely think the ancestors came for his ass. I definitely think we had something to do with that in a spiritual sense. All right, because just that karma that you're bringing back to yourself, spewing out all that hateful rhetoric, all these lies, all of this propaganda to go against God's people, it's inevitably going to come back to you and bite you in the ass. So I do think spiritually, shout out to the ancestors, I think we had something to do with that. That was his karma. He brought that on himself, okay, to a degree. But I also think that there are some funny style things surrounding what happened to him. Now, he was an interesting, he had some interesting point of views. Let me say that, okay? Now, we know that he was the conservative and Trump supporter, but he also talked about them small hats. You putting up you picking up what I'm putting down. So he was also one of them. Let me say that. And so we have a little bit of we have this narrative being spread by some people that he may have been assassinated because of something he said or something he supported, something he didn't support. But let's see. Or something he may have criticized. Let's see. What some people are saying.
What happened to Charlie Kirk happened plain and simple because he was a truth teller. He wasn't rude. He wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't wicked. He wasn't immoral. What happened to Charlie Kirk, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, happened because he was a truth teller. And the reason why social media has not taken that assassination video offline, the reason that they have not censored it, is because social media is run by very high level witches and warlocks. And just like back in the slave day, when the Black men decided that they wanted to cause a revolt, and when they were caught, they made sure that they hung them in front of everybody to see. That is why that video is still being circulated and why it's not being stopped, is because they want to show each and every truth teller out here, this is what's going to happen to you. They want to show each and every truth teller out here that if you don't cower down in fear, if you don't become silent, you will be assassinated as well. That video is kept up, and it is a sign of what they did back in the slave day when they hung the Black man, kept him up there for days, weeks, and months. Just as you passed by, you had another level of fear. But my prayer is today, in the righteous indignation of God, that no truth teller become silent. My prayer today is that this causes a revival. One man.
Here we go with the prayers. Why y'all keep trying to get me wrapped up in y'all prayers? Hold up. I don't know. We got the same belief system. I don't know. We praying to the same God. I'm just making sure, okay? Because I don't know. Hey, look, I'm careful. Anybody put no shit on me? Hey, look, I'm a truth teller. I'm just saying, if you think me and Charlie Kirk are the same, You think we both truth tellers? I think we got two different definitions of truth. I'm just saying. So I'm not in alignment with that. That's again, you're losing me, black people. Religious black people, you're losing the hell out of me with the praying. With the praying. I can't get with the praying. I'm sorry, I'm not praying for no white supremacists. I'm not praying for a white supremacist family. You're tripping. This is where you lose me every damn time, and you're going to lose me every damn time as somebody engulfed in their religious culture so much that you ignore or refuse to bring justice to anti-black racism. I'm good. I'm straight on that. I'm not praying for no man who didn't fuck with me or my people. I'm good on that one. I'm good. Okay. But she did say that, you know, he was a truth teller, and this narrative again is being spread, okay, that he may have said something that triggered this event. Okay. They saying that he could have, and I'm about to bring up a clip, but they saying that he could have said something that may have disrupted or got the higher ups upset, may have triggered them a little bit to get them to the point where they had to knock him off up out of here. Now, I don't take that lightly. I definitely know. Okay. White supremacists, especially the further you go up, they use and break their tools. So Charlie was probably one of them. If they broke him, it's believable. You know, they're not afraid of a little white sacrifice. They're not, okay, they're gonna do what they gotta do. If they gotta get rid of one of their own, because he was out of line or because he wasn't falling in line to something some sort of instructions that they wanted him to follow, then you got to get up out of here. We got 10 more white boys they can replace him with, but they get, you know, so they're fine with that one little, they're going to take that L, you know, they're going to take them out. Like, yeah, it make it seem like it's something and it's not. So that's not impossible. I'm saying that that's not something that's far-fetched to me, that they could have been some, you know, behind the scenes on a political level. But this clip was interesting as well. This is part of the reason why people saying that he may have been offed.
I gotta be careful the way I say this. They're gonna try to ethnically cleanse Gaza. I mean, I don't use that term lightly. Okay, they're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people from there. Okay, and honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do. This idea that they need to have a truce or a peace treaty, that's morally crap. After you see women and children be burned alive and dragged to the streets. But there are some serious questions here, Patrick. And let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, you know, Epstein. When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right.
Yeah, so I made that video earlier. Now you just seen this clip. There was also another clip that's because a lot of these clips of him speaking out against certain things and making his own observation over the past couple months, they're starting to resurface. And of course, I had never seen any of them. There was this one that I just watched with him and Megyn Kelly, and he again states, you know, that he has support for a certain place, but also that he is questioning and he is observing something similar to a certain time in Germany. And he also states in that video how he's an American citizen, Megyn Kelly, like, we're Americans, but somehow I feel more censored here as an American, that I'm not allowed to talk or say certain things about certain people somewhere else. It just makes you question.
Yeah, he talking about them ooze. Okay. Now I actually thought I was actually a little surprised to find this out, because I just assumed, you know, Trump supporter, he's probably in line with whatever, you know, Trump is doing. His rhetoric, especially if it was on his line so much to the fact that Trump made a video about him passing. I just figured their political ideas kind of aligned. So I didn't realize that he was actually like anti-Israel. You know, he's for Palestine. He was for Palestine and things of that nature. Or that he was speaking on Palestine in that way in Gaza. So, hey, I mean, it could be a part of it. It could be. It could. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna say that that's the reason why, but it could be. I'm not going to act like that couldn't have been a part of it. It definitely could have been, especially when we look at the shooter, and the shooter looks like, I mean, the way that was done, it looked like it was professionally done. This could have been sent by the government. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't put, although Charlie was a white supremacist, I don't put nothing past our white supremacist government again. So yeah, I believe that they could have did a white sacrifice and got him the fuck up out of here if he was speaking in a way that they didn't want him to. So I mean, hey, I'm not knocking that, and there's a couple other weird things I'm going to get into too about it. But even Candace Owens, now you know, of course. Again, some of these Negroes, the religious thing, like you lose. I don't want. Lost me, I'm gone. I'm sorry, I can't get jiggy with it. I'm not rocking with crying over white supremacists because he was a quote unquote Christian man. You got me. No, to hell with that. Some of these Negroes though, again, like I said, are doing that. But Candace Owens, my bad. Candace Owens also, I think she's also kind of going down a path of like conspiracy. I think she might be feeling like it was some conspiracy behind this shooting as well. Just from what some of the things she says right here. Take a look at this.
Today to be about anything other than you guys knowing that Charlie really was an amazing person. You know, he was like, we were really close, and he was my best friend and my brother, and I will never unsee the footage of what I saw, the violence of it. I pray for the people who took any pleasure in that. I would never, there's not a single person in the world that I would wish that on. And least of all, someone with a heart like Charlie's. He loved his family, he loved his wife, he loved his country. And he didn't deserve that ending. You know, he's really young. But I know that we will carry the torch. I will never allow the memory of Charlie to be forgotten, obviously, because there is no Candace without Charlie. You know, we came up in politics together, and so
there's no Candace. There's no Candace without her white savior. There's no Candace without Charlie. There's no Candace without a white man to tell me what to do. There's no Candace without a white man I can look at and be able to validate his anti-black talking points. There's no Candace. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here, like, please, I'm sorry. This is what I'm saying, y'all. I'm not about to keep sitting here and sitting there beating around the bush. Like, I haven't beaten around the bush. Some of you niggas been beating around the bush about how egregious this man was. What are we talking about? Like, y'all not really, bitch, you sound delusional. Candace, you sound delusional damn near. There's no you without this fucking white supremacist man from West Belmafuck. Where the fuck is he even from? There's no you without him. Not your husband, not the white man that's on your, at least the white fucking zaddy on your arm that you married. That makes more sense you saying, well, if I don't know him, it ain't me. That makes more, but nigga, you talking about Charlie Kirk? A white man that was allegedly your brother? Like, are we for real? It's no you without, like, this is so performative, it's bullshit, man. Girl, please, I'm not. And this the only point I wanted to take away from that is she was like, oh yeah, he was going through some changes, so I know that he was going through a lot. And you know, hold up. Did I get to the last part where she says people being fake? Hold on, let me get to this last part.
I don't know what else to say, guys, other than a lot of pain right now. And I love you, Charlie, and you know, I'll see you when I'll see you. I love you very much. Thank you, guys.
Oh, brother, please. Oh Lord, I ain't seen other clips. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Hold up. God, all them damn crocodile tears. Girl, please get the hell out of here. Miss me with that nonsense.
In the end, Charlie.
Okay. Why everybody got music to shit? Jesus.
When I had made up my mind about Israel, that Charlie and me fell apart. Nope. Never. Not for a second. I said, it's the easiest decision ever because Charlie knew who I was and I knew who he was. I said, Charlie, this is where I'm at and there's no room for movement. And you tell your whoever that needs to hear it, whatever you need to tell them, because we're always going to be brothers and sisters, you know?
Oh, okay, so I'm not tripping. So Charlie wasn't pro-Palestine at first. He was pro-Israel. And then when she switched over, I guess he switched over a little after that and became like anti or pro-Palestine.
Brother and sister. And we would talk about things and debate things behind the scenes. And I think my perspective was as it's been throughout our relationship. Like, you might not get it now, Charlie, but you will. I'm only a few years older than you, but I think you're gonna see things my way. And I think think in the end, Charlie was going through a spiritual transformation. I don't think it, I know it. He was going through a lot, and there was a lot of pressure. And it's hard for me to watch the people who were pressuring him, I don't know, just say the things that they're saying. You know, there's something about it that just feels really fake. Feels really fake to me. And they would have allowed him to lose and wanted him to lose everything.
That's funny. He says they sound fake, bitch. Girl, you sound fake. You sound fake as hell. This sounds so performative, please. Again, the only thing I wanted to take from that was that, yeah, she said he was going through some sort of spiritual transformation. So maybe he was, again, in that clip of him talking about Israel. So maybe he was on something where he was about to switch sides again. Not switch sides as in truth telling and, you know, spread lies. I mean, just switching sides of white supremacy. So he might have switched over and been against Israel, but still very much anti-black. Again, that changes my opinion on him at all. Nothing. It change my opinion at all. But also, again, it shows again, some of these Negroes are really just trying their hard to bootlick. Some of these Negroes are really just like, okay, like y'all are really, yeah, hold up. You know what? Hold up. Let me just pull this up right quick. Some of y'all are really going very far to defend and talk down on black people because that was your Lord and Savior. Where is this man at? Hold up. Where the hell is that video at? Jesus, Jesus. Oh my gosh. Where's this damn video? I would have loved to have this. Hold up. Damn. Where's the video? Hold up. Let me just see if I can find that. What about this? Damn, I should have sent that one video to myself. I'm sorry. I was trying to see if I could find it. It was one Negro in particular. He actually did a Jubilee. He was in a Jubilee video. In that Jubilee video with Amanda Seals. And he was one of the biggest coons on that video. And he came out and was talking about Black Americans or Black people not having no sympathy for this man dying. And yeah, that was egregious. I wanted to show that, but damn, I don't see it up here. I had just seen that joint. Where is it at? Oh yeah, Myron was up here crying too. Yeah, Myron was up here crying too, like a. Oh Lord. He was like, "Oh my God!" I don't know if I can play it. I feel like this video is not copyrighted. Let me play this right quick. Look at this bum ass nigga. Look at this damn coward. Look at this damn fucking sorry ass excuse for a man. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker up here crying. Do y'all see this? Oh my God.
Guys,
where'd it go?
I need all.
Where'd it go?
Guys, I need all of you. If you're watching right now, I need everybody to pray for Charlie.
Look at this motherfucker about to cry.
I see there's a couple Twitter spaces. I'm gonna go into one of them so you guys can hear real-time updates. I just saw the footage not too long ago.
They are performing for White Zaddy. Some of you Negroes are just performing to say, "Hey, White Zaddy, I still love you. Hey, I know them niggas over there happy because one of y'all gone, but hey, I still love you. I still want the biscuits." Like, this is so performative. If you don't get the fuck out of here, boy, please. And this is another Negro that was up here trying to defend why George Floyd wasn't a martyr, why he didn't get lynched, why Derek Chauvin is innocent. It's another one right here. You got the nerve to be up here crying. You got your bitch. Oh my God. Lord Jesus. Oh God. This is crazy.
I'm just gonna join this thing right quick for you guys.
This is crazy.
Can you hear me okay?
Right?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm the chairman of the College Republicans of America. I had 5 students working the event with Charlie. The latest updates we're getting from those students, one whose friend is at the hospital.
Oh, his head down. Oh my God. To hell with these Negroes. I'm sorry. We ain't even got to be on that no more. To hell with these Negroes that are really, y'all are really out here. Oh, you know what? Let me get on him right quick. Last one. These Negroes that are out here trying to tell us how we need to react to a white supremacist dying, you worried about the wrong shit. Let me read this. Dr. Umar posted this. He said, while I did not agree with Mr. Kirk's rhetoric and considered him to be an anti-black bigot, I will never rejoice at the loss of life of anyone who hasn't directly participated in the unaliving of a member of the Black African race. I am ashamed to see some members of my community celebrating this situation. I will never ask you to mourn the loss of an enemy of our race, but I'm sorry, it's a piece of hair in my eye. On my eyelash. Is that on my eyelash? Let's see it. Where was I at? I would never ask you to mourn the loss of any enemy of our race, but to celebrate an unaliving is completely unacceptable. We know all too well that the greatest recipients of political assassinations in this country have been our own people. Stop laughing at the misfortunes of others and get prepared. Political assassinations have returned to the United States of America, courtesy of the deep state. Oh yeah, and Dr. Umar got that tinfoil bonnet on too. Okay, again, and I think that I think he does make a good point, saying that assassinations have returned to the United States, and that's because of these. I think that he does make a good point. That is something that we need to pay attention to, for sure. It should be a concern as people being assassinated. However, Dr. Umar, this is what I mean. Like, y'all are focused on the wrong things. Why are you telling us, hey, y'all, I mean, I wasn't a fan of him, and I don't feel bad for him, but I'm not glad at anybody laughing. I'm not laughing at nobody dying if they didn't hurt no black people. And I'm ashamed that some of y'all are doing it. What? We are talking about a white, and this is why I'm like, black people, we have to switch our mind. We have to have this mind shift where it's, we got to get on code. That's really what it is. Why am I out here telling other black people how we should react or criticizing how black people react to a white supremacist dying? Why is that even a concern? Why do you even care? It would even be different if we were the ones that did it. We didn't even kill him. Who cares if I retweeted something that was funny? Let me show y'all something that was funny as shit, as a matter of fact. That was funny as hell about his death. And this is not me laughing at his death, but was this not funny as shit? It was funny as hell. You tripping. And should I be criticized? No, because we're talking about a white supremacist. Let me pull this up right quick. This was fucking hilarious. This is one of the first things I seen about Charlie Kirk's death. Hold up. Where is that? I retweeted it. Where'd it go? Hold up. Oh, this joint was funny as shit. This is I can't even play make a copyright. But this is Charlie Kirk watching his death replay in hell and seeing it was a white man. It was you. Seen that the Ice Cube? Yeah, I said the Ice Cube was funny. She's like, it was you. Then I said there's another one. Hold up. Where the other one go? Hold up. Where the first one go? That joint was hilarious. Where's it at? Did I retweet or did I like it? Maybe I liked it. I might have just liked it. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Because that joint was funny as shit. Hold up. I should have put an emphasis on white crime, not black. Hilarious. Very true. It's so true. You think I'm mad at this brother for posting this? Hell no. You should have been focused on white crime. That's why I said he fell victim to the same shit your ass was trying so hard to deflect from. You fell victim to it. Where's another one? Oh, hold up. Where's that other one, bruh? Where's the one I'm thinking about? OMG, it was hilarious. Hold up. Where's the one I'm thinking about? I thought I interacted with it. Hold on. He made fun of George Floyd. Hold up. You know what? Was it under Tariq's joint? Because I seen Tariq's thing. Maybe it was a reply to his. Let me see. Tariq posted something funny too. Hold up. Let me see. He posted this joint. What is that joint? Oh, he posted this. He posted this picture of George Floyd and Charlie Kirk. Hold up. And I thought, if anything, this might be a little more disrespectful to George Floyd. I'm like, he shouldn't even, George Floyd would not be shaking that nigga hand. Okay. L to the dog. Hold up. But where that joint go? Damn, where's that video? I mean, where's that? What you call it? Rest in power. Damn, I'm looking for that one tweet. That joint was hilarious. What did he say? I can't even think of what it said. What did he say? Damn, I thought I interacted with that tweet. I'm mad. But the point is, I don't give a damn if you out here making fun of a white supremacist who died. I'm good. You're good in my book. I'm not about to check you for doing that. I'm sorry. We're not talking about some white man who's just allegedly, maybe he had a, honestly, that would be the same standard for me. Let me just say that. We're not talking about a white boy who doesn't have a racist track record and maybe was just an asshole or maybe had some egregious points of views. We're not talking about that. We're talking about an anti-black racist Yeah. Who karmically got what the fuck he was asking for, honestly. Who karmically set himself up for that shit, honestly. If we just, so I'm not gonna be the one to criticize our people for something that we could have done a lot worse for. You mad at me for laughing at a joke, bitch? We could have been the ones that got his ass. We could have got him up out of here. You mad at me for laughing at a joke and he was telling me that my ass, basically trying to tell me how my ancestors wasn't shit? We shouldn't be celebrating Dr. King because of how he feel, but we shouldn't be laughing. We could have done a whole lot worse. Chris Rock got slapped on national television. He didn't get slapped in that Jubilee thing he could have did. He said a lot of disrespectful shit towards black people to our faces. To black people faces, he said it to them. Did nobody slap him? Did nobody punch him? Did nobody spit on him? Nobody disrespected him, insulted him. And you think this is just the worst thing? You think we going to hell because we laughed at somebody who laughed at our oppression? At somebody who didn't take our oppression seriously, who didn't take our ancestors dying seriously? I'm sorry. What? I must have missed something. Look at this weird shit too. Hold up. Conspiracy bomb. I'm sorry. 10-4 bond is still on real quick.
Are those bodies keep talking about the Charlie Kirk shooting? But what's crazy is the stuff they caught before the shooting happened, y'all. I don't know, y'all. It's a lot of little weird shit going around. What people are saying and shit. So I'm pretty sure everybody saw the shooting, right? And if you did, you seen this man right here. Before the shooting even happened, you seen this man do some weird ass movements, y'all. Movements that's not normal. And also, y'all, it's another dude that had a white cap on that did some weird shit too. He's holding the phone, and then you see him grab his hat and go like that. Then a couple seconds later, you see him do some little shit with his arm, and then all you hear is pow. Look, y'all, look. He did the hat shit, did this. Now watch him. And right soon he did that, that's when the shot said pow. Another thing people was talking about is this ring situation. I still don't know how it happened, but it happened. I watched so many different angles, and it's true. This man ring went from right here to the pinky after he was shot. That shit's crazy, fool. How do that happen? Somebody explain. Then they are saying the dude that I just said that did the weird movement is the same dude that was there when Donald Trump allegedly got his ear shot. Somebody let me know. Are those the same people? Then we go to the alleged shooter. I think this is the third person they are saying is the shooter. They said he was a college person, y'all. He don't look like he in college to me. He could be, but it don't look like that to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think he's in college? He looked like one of them sharpshooters, if you ask me. You know them little sharpshooters that be in the military and shit? That's what he looked like. But I could be wrong. I don't know, y'all. It's just a lot of things that's surrounding this that's just feel off. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
Yeah, so definitely looks a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said they shapeshifters. Hey, look, 10-4 minded. I'll put it past them. But it did look a little weird. Even if you did see the shooting, the video of the shooting, he like kind of jumps. He like jumps and then falls over to the side and starts holding his neck. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. All I'm saying is I keep 10-4 bonnet on. Y'all take from that what you will. But that definitely got me looking at this sideways. I'm definitely looking at this like this is probably not just your some random guy who wanted to shoot him because he thought he was a fascist. I don't think that's the root of this problem. I don't think that's it. It's feeling like it's a bigger picture to this for sure. But are we about to sit here and make him some sort of martyr? Are we going to make him some sort of revolutionary, some sort of icon or legend or someone who should be respected after death? No, because what you do in this life determines how people feel about you after death. What you do. And what he's done is nothing but spread anti-Black rhetoric and white supremacist propaganda. So I have nothing for you. I don't respect people who do things like that. And I'm damn sure not. I didn't respect you while you was here. I'm not going to respect you while you're gone. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. Black people, if you want to crack a joke, you want to chuckle a little bit, You want to, damn, that's crazy, and keep it pushing. You are not to blame. You are at no fault in this. We ain't got nothing to do with this. The only thing we had a part of, again, was spiritually and karmically. That shit came back to bite him in his ass. It did. Because he was so quick to talk on how our gun violence, our men, and how they're so violent and wild and reckless and not good fathers and running away from the homes. And yeah, we're so dramatic, and so we just fall into propaganda, and we're just so easily lied to and believe anything. We just believed George Floyd was lynched, even though we saw the shit right in front of us. But no, we're just too dumb to really look into things, and that's what he spent his time doing here on this planet. So no, I feel no sympathy. No, I feel nothing for a man who thought that that was the right thing to do, and then to do it in the name of God. Can I just say, moreover, for him to bring in God into his anti-Black rhetoric, to bring God into that, I believe is blasphemous and even more immoral and egregious. It just makes it even more distasteful. Your whole, what represents you as a man, your last dying breath, your last, everything that you felt on certain political stances, it just makes it worse. If you were just going to be that, if you were just going to be a bigot or a racist and be a conservative, be that. If you're going to be a racist and be liberal, it's like, be that. But for you to try to justify your anti-Blackness with God, it's like, you shouldn't use God's name in vain. That's the reason why they say that. Is this God trying to tell you something? Was this God trying to let you know that he is real? Because maybe you didn't believe he was real. Maybe he was put up in this facade and this was in mockery of him. Because there's no way that somebody who actually believes in the Most High, who actually believes and has faith in the Most High, in the Creator, there's no way you can actually believe in God, in Jesus, as you say, and you turn around and have such bigoted, anti-Black views. There's just no way. What does the Bible say? You can't serve two masters, right? That's your Bible, right? That's what you believe. You can't serve two masters, right? So how are you serving the devil and God? Because the devil is who the white supremacists serve. That's who they serve. That's who their father is. So who are you serving? I mean, you can't be a part of them and say that you're still representing God. That don't make a lot of sense. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. So again, for those of you, especially the Black people, the Black Christians who are out here trying to say, oh, he was just a man of God. I didn't agree, but he was a man of God. I think you really need to question what you consider a man of God is. I think you need to question who you thought Jesus was. Who do you think God is? What do you think the moral standard is for God? What do you think that is? What is the standard of righteousness that you're supposed to be living by? At what point do you become a man of God, and what qualifies you to be that? Because if you think Charlie Kirk was that, I'm questioning you heavily. I'm like, wait a minute, Jesus ain't move like that. I thought you wanted to be Christ-like. Christ-like don't move. That ain't, Charlie Kirk was not Christ-like at all. I don't remember Jesus saying anything along the lines he was saying, of what he was saying. So, and I don't think if he was here today, he would be politically aligned, to say the least. So it's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's what the white supremacists said when they came over here with them Bibles and telling us, yeah, we can't read and write, but listen to what I tell you. Listen to what I say what's in these fucking books. That's why I not say so. This your new Jesus. This your new God now. I'm your new God now. So, yeah. I think we just need to understand as Black people, Black religious, Black Christians. Let me be specific, because some of the Black Muslims, I ain't even got to say this shit. The people of Nation Islam is not feeling the same way as some of these Christians. Let me just say that. So let me keep it specific. These Christians, some of the Black Christians, I need for y'all to understand that when it comes to white people, their religion is always going to be white supremacy first. Their religion will always be white supremacy first. So they can be a Christian, or they can pretend to be a Christian. They can say, because honestly, that's a contrary. You can't be a white supremacist and a Christian. It doesn't make sense. So you can say, they will say they are a Christian, but at heart, their beliefs, their value systems, their faith is all in the place of white supremacy. That is all that is it. That is what they will always resort back to. So if you get lost in Jesus, you get lost in the religious part of it, you miss what they seeing. Because they see what you see. I mean, hey, they can see that. They can read the Bible. They can see what you see. They know the moral codes and the standards. But that's not what they're living by. They're living by their own. Because I'm white and I say so, and whiteness trumps religion. Their religion trumps yours. Their beliefs trumps yours in every way possible. In every way. And that includes your belief system when it comes to the church. So yeah, you can get up here and say that you forgive him and da-da-da-da, but I promise you he wouldn't have done the same. And if he would have, it would have been a front, because at home, he's not really doing that. Because he's going by the laws of white supremacy. So yeah, man, that's why I can't get caught up in the religious thing, man. I'm sorry. That shit blew me. When I tell you, I kept seeing Negroes up there posting, talking about he was a Christian and letting that be the center. Like, what are we talking about? There's plenty of people that claim to be Christians, Muslims, and done terrible things. Just because you are a Christian, it doesn't exempt you from being fucking evil or wicked, falling for the tricks of the devil. That don't mean that you're not prone to that. What are we talking about? You ain't nobody special, nigga. You ain't Jesus. You damn sure ain't Jesus. So what are we talking about? You can definitely walk around and act and look and pretend to be a Christian, or pretend to be one of these religious groups. And you're all high and mighty and behind closed doors. Look at these priests. Look at what them priests doing. Look at what these Catholic priests doing. Behind closed doors, what the fuck they doing? Messing with little boys. Why they got a problem with messing with little boys? If religion is just the end all be all to goodness in your heart. Are we praying for the priest that died that was fucking with little boys? Are we praying for them too? Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm going too far. I'm comparing Charlie to a child predator. My bad. I'm sorry. But you're missing the point. Because that was not representative of Christ. That was not representative of what a Christian is supposed to be. He was not. So miss me. I'm not hearing I feel bad. I'm not hearing let's drop some tears. Let's have some prayers. I'm not praying with you if you're praying for somebody like that. I'm not, we're not worshiping the same God. We can't be. Because my God is a just God. And that's the last thing Charlie Kirk was going for. He was not fighting for a system of justice. So I'm not like, we just on two different frequencies. I'm not with that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be the type, and that's why I didn't post anything. I could have posted smoking on that Charlie Kirk, on that Charlie pack tonight. I could have posted that. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about putting about no smoking on that Charlie pack. It was sounding good. I ain't lie. I also thought about putting up George died, Charlie lied, Ancestors at 5. I was about to make that the title. I said, you know what? Let me chill. Let me get back to the point. But did I see people saying smoking on some Charlie pack tonight? Did I like it? Yup. Did I go retweet it? Yup. Did I laugh when I seen some of them? Yup. What are we talking? Somebody said, oh, this is the tweet that was in my head. Somebody said, oh, damn. It's crazy. I think although he was shot, I think reports said he died from fentanyl. I think it was an overdose. My nigga, dude, can I tell you, I was dying. Because you remember George Floyd ain't died from getting lynched. He didn't die from the needle. He died from fentanyl, remember? He died from an overdose. So it had to be the overdose. Man, that nigga was on drugs. Everybody know Charlie had a problem. Okay. That nigga was on drugs. Man, hey, look, man, it was man, he knew it was coming. Come on. Am I mad at the black people joking like that? Hell no. That shit is hilarious. You're tripping. I'm not getting up here and chastising our group. You're tripping. That's the last thing that should be said. And it shouldn't even be said. We're talking about a white supremacist. We have no sympathy. We're not doing that. I'm not getting up here like, oh, we're going to take the high road like Michelle Obama. No. We can take our own road. We can mind our damn business. We don't got to say nothing about it. But to get up here and criticize other black people, this is a white problem. You're going to criticize me for laughing at or criticizing somebody who was for the oppression of me and my people. The logic in that. I need for people to understand the logic in that. For me, like you really feeling bad. I need you to understand the Stevensonness, the cooning within that. It's a little bit of cooning in that. It's a little bit of self-hatred. It's a little bit of like, again, that white savior complex affecting your brain because you want to feel the need for some reason to act like, no, this white man was still good. He was still some sort of good. That white man was not good. I'm sorry to break it to you. He was a fucking idiot. He was a bigot. He was a white supremacist. I don't know how many times I can say this. He was a white supremacist. So when I can't, my mind is not functioning. I've seen a couple of black conservatives specifically. I'm thinking of a couple. I could have reacted to that too. But so many like, and then y'all got the nerve to get up here and sound pretentious. Y'all got the nerve to get up here and sound like, oh, you niggas are just, y'all niggas are doing nigga shit again. Y'all got a nerve to get up here and act like y'all better than. I'm not saying I'm conservative, and I'm not saying I didn't agree with all his talking points, but I'm not about to sit up here and celebrate somebody dying. Y'all are just wrong. That's just immoral. He got a family. He got kids. He da-da-da-da-da. You worry about the wrong shit, man. You worry about worry about the right things. Okay, if you worried about Charlie, won't you go worry about the person that shot? Go help the police do their job and do some investigating. How about that? How about you go look into that? Why are you turning your mind or even to have the audacity to turn to black people and say what we shouldn't be doing? That's that white savior con, and that's why you're seeing a lot of people who follow Charlie, people who think like him, the black people that think like him. Have that are victims of that white savior complex, and they project that on other black people. So that's what you're seeing, that cycle there. Oh my God, my white savior is gone. Oh my God, how are y'all not seeing him as a white savior? Oh my God, how are you going against my white savior? That's some fucking that's some PTSD shit, some post-traumatic slave syndrome shit, man. That's sick. You're a sick Negro. What's that mean? This is a sick Negro. Shout out to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. You niggas are sick. For you to really be up here trying to scrap and grapple to get sympathy for a white supremacist. When he didn't try to get no sympathy for George Floyd or Breonna Taylor. I mean, come on. Like, I'm sorry. You would have thought Trump died. I'm just saying. Some of y'all, you would have thought Trump died. Like, for real. This nigga is not a martyr. He's not a savior. He's not a superhero. And it's debatable if he was even a good man. Okay? So come on. I don't think he was, in my humble opinion. But come on. Like, Negroes, get the fuck out of here. The white people, of course. I'm expecting white people always crying. They always, white people sensitive as hell. So, I mean, of course. We don't even got to say nothing for them to really be. And again, they're unaccountable. So they're going to shift the blame to us anyways. That's just the logic of the white supremacists. So I'm not surprised that white people are finding a way to shift blame to us. Of course. That's what they always do. But some of you Negroes got to get on code, man. What is going on? I know that was your white zaddy. That was your savior. That was the good white person. You just thought that was that. He was in that 1% of good white people. You thought he was in that percentage. It might not even be one. I'm just throwing it out there, throwing numbers out there. You thought he was in that small percentage of good white people. And now that people are calling out the fact that he wasn't and that he died in such a grotesque way at that, and people are calling that he doesn't, now you're upset that he's been exposed for what he is. Now your delusion, it's like the veil has been lifted up off of you. And you're trying to keep it down. But the veil is it's dissolving, babe. It's so obvious to see. Like, so baby, wake up, man. I get it. I know we want to pray. We want to, hey, I love y'all. I love us. But I need for us to love us, okay? I need for us to love us. Because loving us does not look like showing sympathy for this cracker. You tripping. You're wilding, you're bugging. I disagree, to say the least. But I think that was the last of Mr. Kirk. I think that was the last of it. I think that was pretty much it. Unless somebody else had anything egregious I should be reacting to, I think that was pretty much the meat and potatoes of everything surrounding his death. Y'all let me know if it's something else that I'm missing. One thing is for sure that when events like this happen or reveals a person true stuff, that's a fact. Russia knows that God is black. Russia knows and have proof that God is black. Face it, the book held up every time evil shit goes down. Now they're saying aliens look like black Americans. LOL. Okay. Well, when they get here, I'm letting my people know I'm snitching on all these white folks. White mofos. Nah, for they supposed to come in November. You know, my birthday in November. I need for them to come on the 6th. Okay, my shit on the 4th. Let me get my birthday in. Okay, first, if y'all gonna come up here and fuck shit up, let me get my last little birthday in first. Smoking that Charlie Kirk. Hey, look, man, smoking on that Kirk pack, man. Hey, look, I'm just saying, we could have got a little bit of, and I'm just saying, even the stuff that I did see wasn't that bad. Honestly, genuinely, the things I have been seeing about Charlie were more funny, on the funny side. They weren't that damn bad. So it's like, bruh, do you not know as Black Americans, we are the best roasters on this planet? We could have fired this nigga up if we wanted to. It's hellish. That's what it's hellish shit I could have came up here saying. It's so much stuff I could have came up here and said. It been so disrespectful with it. It's so many different pictures I could have used for the thumbnail. It's so many different ways I could have worded it. I could have been hella disrespectful with this broadcast. I really could have been. And I would have been justified in doing so. I didn't. I just called it for what it was. Called it for what it is. That's all. But I could have been a lot more disrespectful. So I'm like, y'all really need to be grateful. Be grateful. Some of you Negroes and the white folks that's trying to be on our line, be grateful that the least you're getting is a little kiki. That's it. That's all we get is a little kiki in. You'll be all right. His family will be all right. What the hell? They're not even watching Black Twitter. Please. Them white folks don't know what the fuck we talking about on Twitter. They don't see that shit. Man, they be all right. We don't pray to the same oh my God. Wage to the same God, wage to the same odds. I mean, Charlie Kirk was out here doing a shoulder lead. He was out there doing a shoulder lead. So you just make sure you hold the left side of your neck so the smoke don't get See, y'all. I could have been a lot more disrespectful. This is what I'm saying. Y'all better stop playing. Like we really couldn't have killed him, but stop playing. Like we really couldn't have did it to him for real. Like, what are we talking about? That cancer came out of nowhere. Thank you. I didn't see or hear a shot. I saw him off by the Kirk and I'm like, so many people just because they said RIP or to humanize him. Yeah. See, if you are living a righteous life, if you are really living a Christian life, if you are really God-like, like some of these people are crying over and acting like you are, it would be easy to prove. You wouldn't have 1,000 clips of you circulating right now with you spreading anti-Black rhetoric. It would be plenty of proof in the pudding that you're a good man. No, but that's not the case. That's not the case. You made those decisions. You got up on those debates. You decided to focus on anti-Blackness. You did that. And now you want me to do the work to try to humanize him when he couldn't humanize my people? That's why he was anti-Black? No. You people are crazy, man. These people are crazy. Like, for real. Drained his jugular in front of the world. Drained his jugular is crazy. Well, okay, hit the like button. Exactly. Yeah. I watched that video daily. Watch that video daily. It's crazy. Real talk. Charlie Lee left and Mike dropped. His baby mama might need EBT. Now, you know what it is? I think that the fundraisers is coming. His family will be fine. President Trump has addressed him and officially apologized and sent condolences to his family. His family gonna be good. I don't know what his net worth was, but I can almost guarantee you that his family is gonna be fine. Like, I don't know what his wife does, but I can almost guarantee you the GoFundMe's, it's coming. The gifts, the condolence gifts, it's coming. Yeah, she's gonna receive a lot of funds because he died, for sure. She's gonna get a lot of funding because he died. And I think I heard him say that she wrote a book. No, I'm thinking about somebody else. She didn't write a book. I'm tripping. I'm not sure what she does, but because of all of this outpour, this crying and sympathy that he's getting from the right, man, they gonna make sure she's straight. They gonna get that lady a couple bands or something, give her a couple $100. They gonna break her off. They gonna make sure she's straight. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna come. I don't think she about to be out here looking too crazy. She ain't gonna need no EBT. Wow, she gonna get it. She might fuck around and take his place. Who knows? If she speaks and things. I don't know if she speaks. I don't think I've ever really seen her from before. RIP is code word for good riddance to me. Stay on code, exactly. Damn. They finna come out with a bulletproof turtlenecks. Bulletproof turtlenecks is crazy. No, that's insane. And that's why I'm like, but going back to Dr. Umar's point, it is crazy that these public assassinations is happening, because the thing with Trump that was last year, wasn't it? The thing with Trump, or was that at the beginning of this year? We got shot his ear. The bullet went past his ear. So it's just interesting, and that it's happening to the right. Tinfoil bonnet. I I kind of think that this might be some, not even kind of, because it usually is. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of governmental experiment that's going on, like, or something that they're using to try to make it seem like the left is being radicalized. I think they're trying to paint this picture that the left is more extreme than what they are. That's why they got this white man, this random white man talking about putting he's a fascist, or take this fascist on a bullet. So I think they're trying to hype up this left side and make it seem like I think they're trying to almost generate like a civil war to a degree. But like a controlled civil war, because again, I don't think any of this is happening without their say so. I don't think the shit that happened to Charlie Kirk, I don't think that happened without their say so. So it might be some, some engineered back and forth or controversies, wars, battles. I mean, I don't know, deaths. So I mean, I just think that there's something more to this than what they're trying to let out. I definitely do think there's some more. I think that happening to Trump is no coincidence. Just earlier last year or this year, that's no coincidence that happened, and now this happened to two of the biggest talking figures on the right. So it's like, I mean, I don't think that's a coincidence, but I also don't think that that's from some some lone wolf white boys who got in their room and started training because they got so upset by this one particular white boy's talking points. I don't think it's as simple as that. I think the government got their hand in this. I'm not sure where, but I think they do, and they usually do. So it's not too hard. It ain't too crazy to assume that. I need to keep quiet because he got 10 years worth of ass whooping coming. Kirk thought he was gonna have a Trump moment, but after that gang violence comment, the shooter couldn't take it anymore. And see, that's what I'm saying though. The ancestors work in mysterious ways, like spiritually, because who knows? What if he was trying to pull like a Trump thing? What if he was trying to come out like some sort of white, again, white savior, or like white hero, or like, what I'm saying? Like he really did, like, he overcame something, and he didn't, so he maybe, I mean, I'm not saying all alleged, I'm just speculating. He could have maybe, or somebody on his team, somebody sum up for that to happen, but the ancestors said, you ain't about to get off. Hey, look, we let that bullet get by Trump, but we ain't gonna let it get by you. So maybe, I'm just saying, maybe the ancestors said that. So I don't know. It felt like it was spiritual, though. Felt like that was, I'm just saying, was no coincidence, but I digress. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This was absolutely egregious, outrageous, everything between. Charlie Kirk, I got nothing for you. No RIPs, no condolences, nothing. Your family gonna be straight. So there's that. I got nothing for you, man. Black people, get on code. Stop criticizing other black people because you're so concerned about their opinions of a fucking white supremacist. We got bigger issues. We got bigger issues to worry about, black people. Foundational black Americans. We got bigger issues than to worry about how a black person dislikes a white supremacist. We got bigger issues, and which way they show it, their dislike of them. We got bigger issues. And even after their death, we got bigger issues. So yeah, reel it in, get it together. Y'all comment on this joint, pretty please. I do appreciate you in advance. Just leave a comment. Even if you've been in here the whole time, leave a comment on it, just for the engagement, for the algorithm. Help your girl out. I appreciate you. Okay. Make sure you guys subscribe to For the Culture because we got a new episode coming out. Okay. Very soon. Look out for that. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it. Again, comment on it. I appreciate you in advance. And me and Amira might be going live on Twitch tonight as well. So look out for that. Follow us on Twitch. The link is in the description, or it's in my bio or on Instagram. Follow A-Twins on YouTube, okay? And look for us on Twitch because we be going live on there. I think we're going to go live later tonight. So look out for that. Other than that, baby. Oh, y'all some real ones for rocking with the realists. Oh, thank you for being up in here. Spirit of Justice, Here and Now, Locomotion, Evolve, Anthony, Brofly Lineage, Brenda had a baby, but Brenda's baby got a thing, a damn shame. The Kirk could even spell a name. B1, y'all, peace. Let me see y'all on the next one.
We do not play, but I green. You fuck with the team, might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's, we don't never miss a beat.